Fine, so welcome to the training, and the very first question which people ask me is what is Selenium and do I need to learn Java for Selenium? Okay, and how is Selenium different from other tools and all, everything. Okay, well, if my voice is not audible, that means you are not in audio conference. Fine, yeah, he's not in audio conference. Sorry guys, there is some problems in the beginning in the first class. Some people are not able to do it. That's why I called everybody around 30 minutes before the class. Okay. Now, do I need to learn Java and what is Selenium? These are very basic questions which people ask me. Okay. Now, Selenium is itself is not a tool. It's got many tools under it. Okay, now what happened was this tool was initially made by ThoughtWorks for their own internal testing purposes and all, and three tools came up in Selenium. Okay, one of the tools is known as Selenium RC. Okay, other tool is known as Selenium ID. Another is Grid. Okay, this was way back in 2006-07 when they launched Selenium. Okay, all of these tools are good. Selenium IDE is basically you can say it's a record and run tool. Okay, it works on Mozilla 5 and it's I'll talk about WebDriver as well. I'll talk about it. And the code is made in JavaScript. Okay, and it's a very user-friendly tool basically. Okay, to run the tool on multiple browsers like Mozilla, IE, then Chrome, Safari, and all those browsers, people used to use Selenium RC, but Selenium RC had a few drawbacks as well. The development was slow. You had to start a server, and there were fewer commands. The API was small. Okay. The commands were less, and you had to be a little bit technical as well to work on this because you had to learn any one of the languages like Java, C#, Ruby, Python, okay, Perl, PHP, Selenium, or any one of the languages. This does not mean that if the application is made in C#, then you need to learn Selenium with C#. Okay, it doesn't require you that. So now, just a minute, somebody has added me. Fine. Now, what happened was even Google started using RC. Many other companies they started using Selenium RC because it supported multiple browsers, multiple languages, and all. But sooner they realized that there is a need of another better version of Selenium because initial version had a lot of drawbacks and all everything. So they came up with something known as WebDriver. This came up around 1.5 years back. Okay, WebDriver came up 1.5 years back, and it also works on multiple browsers. It also supports these languages and all. Only thing is, it's Selenium RC, a kind of all the defects and drawbacks of Selenium RC were removed in WebDriver. But this doesn't mean that RC got improved. Okay, RC got enhanced to WebDriver. No, it's not like that. People who have worked for RC for 10 years or for 4 years or 3 years or 5 years, when they look at WebDriver code, they are not able to understand anything. Both RC and WebDriver, they are completely different tools. They are not one. Okay, it's not something which is upgraded, right? And ID remains same, and Grid actually improved. Actually, it upgraded to Grid 2 with supported WebDriver. Grid is something which helps you to run the test cases parallelly. Okay, Grid actually supports parallel execution of test cases. All right, and this is used by many companies. Okay, it makes your work faster as well, and it's a little bit technical as well. Okay, now to learn all these things, ID, RC, Grid, WebDriver, Grid 1, Grid 2, is it possible? Well, I would say it is possible, but it takes a lot of time. because all of these are components of Selenium. Every component is different from another component. Okay. Moreover, to learn Java, to learn WebDriver or RC, you need to learn Java. Okay. And Java, well, I would say that yes, you need a good knowledge of Java. You need a pretty good knowledge of Java. But if you try to run away from it, thinking that you cannot learn Java or something like that, you'll never be able to learn this tool. Look, it takes time. It takes time to learn everything. And I would say that Java is not a difficult language if you learn it properly. Okay, I have seen many people from no programming background or so learning Java and doing well, and they are working on Selenium right now. So basically, you have to give time to Java, and in Java you need to learn core Java to learn this tool. Okay, now let's talk about this course, what you can expect from this course. Look, the thing is, all this thing is very vast. So if I try to teach you everything, Grid, ID, RC, WebDriver, Java, and all those frameworks like TestNG or JUnit, then what happens is that I will not be able to complete this course in nearly 3 months. Okay, so what I do is I keep a course for 20 hours, right? I give 5 weekends and I complete this, and I cover, in the course I'll be covering Java, any of the frameworks like TestNG or JUnit. I'll talk about them, what they are. I'll be talking about WebDriver, which is the latest version of Selenium, and everybody is going for WebDriver these days. And along with that, I'll talk about the frameworks. How to build a page object model framework or a hybrid framework or a data-driven framework in Selenium. Okay, now rest of the topics like how to do flash testing with Selenium, database testing with Selenium, what is SVN, what is Maven, how to work with Selenium RC, IDE, Grid and all. What I have done is on my website I have made videos. Okay, you will be getting access to those videos. If you look at my website qttselenium.com, okay, scroll down. If you look at the training details for Selenium, then basically I divided the course, the complete course, into these 40 modules. Okay, more modules are coming up in future on page object model, on Android based drivers and all, Android and iPhone. Okay, suppose you want to see how Grid works, then you will be getting an access to Grid 2 videos which will be covering these parts. Then you will be getting access to database testing videos as well, and Maven, Apache, Selenium RC videos. Okay, so basically it's not feasible for me to cover all these things, so I cover the important ones, that is Java, WebDriver, TestNG, JUnit frameworks. I give you a good background on this complete tool, and after that I actually ask you to watch the videos for the remaining topic, and you'll be getting an access forever along with this training. Okay, so now fine. So before I actually start with the training, anybody having any questions, you can ask questions. You can move your mouse on the top of the window. There will be a participants tab. You can click on that participants tab. You can unmute yourself, or you can click on the chat tab and ask me a question as well. Just move your mouse to the top of the window. Okay. The first question being asked is by Priya. Do you have videos for mobile application automation using WebDriver? Priya, I have made them. Okay, half of them are ready, half of them are not ready. I have made them for Android. iPhone is left, so I'll be launching them within a month or so. Okay. Now, first of all, guys, Selenium is a tool which works only on web browsers. Okay, don't expect this tool to test your applications on iPhone or what do you say, Android-based mobiles. No, if you want to test how your website is opening in iPhone, or how your website is opening in Android-based mobile, then you can use Selenium. Okay, don't think that it can automate your applications. No, it cannot. Selenium is not for desktop applications. It's only for web-based applications. Okay. Any other question from anybody? Fine. Feel free to ask any question. Okay. Yeah, Priya, you have a mobile web app, then I can help you out. I can help you out separately as well if you want. Okay. Anything else from anybody? Yeah.
Hello. Hi Ashish, this is Sanket.
Yeah, tell me something.
Yeah, I want to know, like in coming future, if you are adding some 10-15 videos and all, if you paid like whatever price for that, After that, if you keep adding new features and all, will be the access for all new features, or we have to pay extra for that?
No, it's included. Like once you pay, after that you don't have to pay. Even if I add more videos, you don't have to pay. That's why the videos. That's the main reason why the videos cannot be downloaded, because I keep on updating them. Okay. When I started this website 1 year back, I just had around 20 videos. Now there are around 40. So people who bought around 1 year back, they have access to all the 40 modules.
Okay.
So, right. Any other questions from anybody?
Hello, Ashish.
Yes.
Actually, you said you will be providing the videos, and I would like to know what is the syllabus which will be covered in during class training.
Yeah, during the class training, as I said, that I will be covering Java, I will be covering TestNG or the JUnit framework. Then I'll be covering WebDriver, all the concepts of WebDriver, and I'll be covering how to make the frameworks. It will take approximately 20 hours, which is equivalent to 5 weekends to cover this. Okay. Yeah, Parth, I think Parth is asking a question. He raised a hand.
Yeah, do we work on any real-time projects so that we can understand?
Yes. All the examples which I am going to take will be on the real-time websites. I just take websites which are accessible to you as well. I just don't teach on PPTs or something like that. Okay. I will tell you of the exact scenarios which actually people face up in while working in the companies and all, and what all difficulties one can face, and what all kind of questions can be asked in interviews also.
Okay.
Right, from Selenium as well as interview point of perspective, I will be talking about all the things.
Hi, Ashish.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm very new to testing, and till now I was in some other so I want to move to testing. So it will be completely new to me, this Selenium and Java and everything. So you will be giving us the complete knowledge if I want to say that I want to be a Selenium tester and give any interviews for Selenium.
Okay, fine. So basically the question being asked is, okay, I've kept everybody on mute. Fine. Basically, the question which is being asked is that I'm very new to Selenium, and what should I be doing, because I don't have knowledge of Java and other tools and all, and I want to crack an interview. Look, learning this tool is a process. It takes around 2 months. I'll be very honest with you. It takes around actually 2 months to get a good hold of this tool. Fine. So what I recommend people, Subrat, I'm keeping you on mute. Right. What I recommend people is that if you are very new to it and if you are not so confident about this tool, okay, don't directly come for the training. Right. I'll be very honest. Don't directly come for the training. Rather, get the videos. Right. Watch the videos. Have some questions in your mind. Get some doubts in your mind. Get a background, and then join the next batch which is starting by paying the remaining amount. Okay, whatever is the difference amount between the online training fee and the video fee, you just pay that and join. Because this way you will come to the class with the background and you will actually feel the value for your money and the time which you have given in. Right? I'm telling you from my past experience, because people just directly tend to come to the training and then they lose interest, because learning Java, first of all, they feel that fine, I have to learn a programming language, although it's not so difficult, but in their mind the barrier is there. So I would say adopt the proper way, go for the videos first and then come to the training. Okay, otherwise you will feel that there was no value for your money or something. Okay. Another question which is being asked. Tell me.
Yeah, how frequent your batches will start? Please, like this, it starts on 21st October. So next batches will be on?
I start a batch every 5 weeks.
Every 5 weeks?
Yes.
Okay.
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 And 5 weeks is a good enough time to actually grasp the videos and go through them. Okay.
Yeah,
One more question.
Books also to read by ourselves apart from videos.
So nothing else. there is no good book, frankly telling you. There is no practical book.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Just a minute, Priyadarshini, I'll come back to you. Another question being asked is, can I get the dumps if I want to give certifications? Well, Kiran is asking the question, I want to give a certification. Well, there is no certification for Selenium. It's an open source tool. It's a free tool. There is no certification. If you want to give a certification for Java, I can help you out. I can give you a dump. Okay. Yeah, Subrat, you can ask your question. Fine. And Priyadarshini, you can also ask it. Priyadarshini, you can also ask a question.
Ashish, am I audible to you?
Yes.
Which type of applications we can use this Selenium? Like.
Okay, I am coming at my Priyadarshini.
Okay, fine. Which type of applications?
Yeah, like I can give an example. Like in my project, we have one application, GUI part application, and we have unique backend, and we have database. So like we have to generate reports, run some scripts in Unix shell scripting. Then we have to view the reports on GUI. So we can implement this Selenium in this project.
Yes, you can use it. You'll also have to use the SSH API of Apache for this. You can use it.
Okay, so we can use this running the scripts in Unix by using Selenium.
Yeah, in any box. That's why Selenium is famous with Java, because you can run it on any operating system.
Oh, okay.
Can I ask now?
Yeah, super.
Ashish, see, the thing is that I am a key resource in my organization right now, but see, the thing is that no one is there to guide me how to create a framework, right? But the thing is that if I am going to select Selenium WebDriver as my functional and regression testing tool, and I am going to take a course from you. But can you help me out creating a framework, and if I am stuck somewhere, can you please help me?
Yeah, I can help you out. Okay. What I have done is I have channelized everything. Fine. First of all, I'll be giving you the videos, the recorded sessions of the framework, and I'll also be taking the framework in the training, which will help you out a lot. Right? And moreover, if I show you something, I have a forum. Fine, this is my forum. Okay, no, not this one, this one. Okay, and it's a Google group basically, and a lot of people, they ask questions, like people over here have asked questions today, and we can post your questions in the forum. I keep on monitoring the forum and I answer the questions, and that helps you to analyze everything. Okay.
So basically, this k2kselenium.com Google forum is monitored by you.
Yeah, it's monitored by me. I have a team as well, so all of the people, they answer the questions asked by and ask them. Okay.
It's an open group, na?
It's not an open group.
It's not an open group.
Only the registered members are there in the group. Okay.
How to be registered?
Once you register for the course, when you enroll for the course, you will automatically be given the access.
Okay.
Thanks. Fine. Any other question from anybody? Okay, fine. So what we'll do is, let's move forward and let's start with the training. Right. So I'll start with Java first, and I'm just assuming that most of you know basic programming. That is, most of you know at least what an if statement is, else statement is, for loop is, and all. If you still don't know what all these things are, you can go to my website and watch the first 2 training videos. They are free for everybody. I would actually recommend you to watch them. Okay. So I'm assuming that you have very basic knowledge that what a loop and all everything is. Fine. So we will be studying Selenium with Java. Why we will be studying Selenium with Java, and why most of the industry uses Selenium with Java. The reason for that will be clear to you in some time. Fine. First of all, Java should be installed on your machine, and I hope everybody has installed it, because to join this WebEx session you needed Java. And the second thing is that you need to download Eclipse. Okay, Eclipse is an editor for Java, something like for Turbo C we had the Borland editor, right? For C we had Turbo C, something like that. So you go to Eclipse downloads page over here, and you simply download Eclipse, and you have to basically download this version. Hold on. This page is not opening. Okay, you have to download this one, Eclipse IDE for Java EE developers. Why this specific version? Well, you'll get to know why this specific version, because there are few installations you need to do after downloading Eclipse. So you'll get to know. So for time being, just accept some things as they are. That why do you need to download this? You need to download this particular version. Okay. Once you have downloaded Eclipse, Eclipse comes as a bundle. Okay. In your machine, it will look like this, Eclipse, and you just double click on eclipse.exe. It will start Eclipse. It's not installable. It comes as a bundle. This path over here is the workspace path. This tells you where you will be actually storing all the Java code. Fine. So I'll give my workspace name as October weekend. I start a weekend batch every month. Fine. October weekend, and click on OK, and in some time Eclipse will launch. Just hold on, give it some time. So basically, you know, Java and fundamentals of Java and object-oriented programming are very important. Okay, why fundamentals of object-oriented programming in Java are important to work with Selenium is because most of the times you must have seen people telling you, if you have talked about Selenium with them, that very poor documentation is available. I'm not able to find anything on Selenium. If you get stuck, okay, anything will do, Juno or anything. Okay, so yes, Priya, it will do. Right now. Many times people say that documentation is not available, good examples are not available. Everything is available on the net. If you go to the site seleniumhq.org, this is the official website of Selenium, right? And you have the first line on this website says that Selenium automates browsers. It's not for your thick clients. No, it's not for your desktop-based applications or mobile-based applications. It's only for browsers. If you go to the download section, okay, and out here for the Java version, you have a link for Java docs. This is the Java documentation of Selenium. The only thing is that if you go to this documentation, you will find a completely technical documentation. You will not be able to understand anything if you don't know Java. And this documentation is very easy for a person to understand who knows Java, and he actually can do a lot of things, right? Only thing is you need to have the concepts of object-oriented programming very clear. Fine. So that's what I'm going to do today. It might be that I start with Selenium today. It might not be that I won't start. Okay. There's a 50-50 chance. Let's see how much I can cover. But first thing which is very important are the concepts of object-oriented programming. Fine. So in this Eclipse, which you have downloaded, which you will be downloading on your machine, in the central part, you will be doing the coding. On the left-hand side, you will be keeping all your projects. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll make a new project on the left-hand side. To make a new project, you just right-click over here, go to New Project. Right? I'm recording this session. You will get the recorded videos of the session as well. Okay. Priya is asking me a question. Do we need to download Selenium WebDriver libraries? Priya, you need to download them, but right now I'm not teaching you how to download those libraries because you first need to concentrate on the topics of object-oriented programming. Okay. So by tomorrow end, you will be pretty good comfortable. Will be a lot comfortable with Selenium. Okay. So what you do is right click over here, go to New Project. Right. Select Java and select a Java project from it. Okay. Click on Next. So if you are confused with this, you will get the recorded session as well. You can watch that. I'm naming my project as Day 1. Fine. Click on Next and click on Finish. So what will happen is that you will get a project on the left hand side with the name Day 1. If you expand this, you will see two things: source and JRE system library. This JRE system library is actually Java which was installed on your system. Okay, and source is the folder in which I'll be keeping all the Java files. If you right click on the project, listen to this carefully, you right click on the project and go to the properties section. Okay, while working with Selenium, we'll be using this properties section a lot. You reach this section by right clicking and going to the properties, or you simply hit Alt Enter is the shortcut. You get the properties of the project. Alt Enter. This is the location where project is lying. If I copy this location and physically go to this particular location, you will see that these are the particular files and folders over there, out of which only the source folder is visible to me in Eclipse. Fine. There is a reason behind it. All the folders and files will not be available, so don't worry why they are not coming. This dot project is this dot project file, it actually tells you that this is the Eclipse project. Okay, if you delete this file, this project will not open in Eclipse. Fine. Now we'll just make a sample Java file for everybody to just know how Java works. Right. No, Priya, you don't need to set any class path and all these days. Once you install JDK, JRE, everything gets installed. Once you install Java, class paths and all are set. Okay. Now, one more thing, guys. If you have a Windows 64-bit machine, okay, if you have a 64-bit machine, then you please install JDK as well. I am telling you from my experience, because sometimes Eclipse fails to download. Just go to Google and type download JDK, because sometimes students fail to run Eclipse without JDK. So you download Java Development Kit from this particular website. Depending, yeah, JDK 7 will be fine. Okay, you go here and download this JDK. Right. Right. Now, in the source folder, I'm going to make a sample file, sample Java file. I'll right click on it and create a new class called Selenium, or suppose sample underscore Java. Right. I'll click on this checkbox, public static void main, and finish. So you will have this file generated. I'll just enlarge the text of, I'll just make the font a little bigger for everybody. Right. So this is a sample Java file, public class sample. It's got a starting bracket and an ending bracket. Whatever coding you'll do inside the class. There's a main function out here. Okay. The main function is the function in which the control will come for the first time. Okay. So yeah, Prabha, are you asking me a question? Prabs or Priyadarshini, if you have a question, you can directly ask me without raising a hand as well. Okay. So, or you can use the chat. You can unmute yourself and ask a question and then mute yourself. Okay. Right. So this is the main function. In this function, the control comes for the first time when you run the program. Similar to C language, in C language as well, the control comes up for the first time in the main. Okay. Now, what is public? What is static? What is main? What is void? Many times people are confused with this. Right? For time being, just accept it as it is. As we proceed with the course, you'll get to know. Void means that this function will not return you anything. Yeah, I'm assuming that we basically know what a return type is. Okay. Void means this function is not going to return you back anything. Right. What is public? What is static? This will be clear to you. I need to make you understand concepts of object-oriented programming. Once you understand those concepts, you'll come to know what static is and how stuff works. Okay. Now, in this class, if you want to print anything, you simply write system.out.println hello there, and if you run the code, for running the code, this is the button on the top. This button, you click on, it will execute the code, or you right click on the file and select run as Java application. Both the things will run it, and hello there will be printed. System.out.println is the command in Java to print anything. Right. The shortcut is you type syso and then hit Control spacebar. Okay. Yes, this ID is quite neat. You simply have to write SYSO and hit control space. Many times people think that they'll execute the Java code on a notepad or so and they'll learn Java in a better way. It's not like that. Eclipse makes your work very easy. Even if you forget to give one of the brackets like this, Eclipse will immediately give you an error. If you move your mouse over the error, you'll see syntax error, insert a closing bracket to complete the class body. Okay, so it's quite good. And in Java, the name of the class should be same as the name of the Java file. Okay, so make sure that the name is same. Right now, if you actually go to the place where you have made the project, this is the URL or this is the location in your hard disk where I made the project. The location you can get it from the project properties. This is the location. Fine. And if you look at the source folder in this location, you will see a class called sample Java which I just made. This is the class. Fine. And if you look at the bin folder, in this bin folder you will see a .class file corresponding to the Java file which I have made. What happens is that at compile time, when you run this program, the Java file is converted to a class file. And this class file is platform independent. It's just like an exe file. But if you open it, you will not be able to understand anything in it. Fine. But it's like a file which you can deploy on any operating system, a Unix based machine or a Linux based machine. You can deploy anywhere and this will execute the code. Okay, that's why Selenium is used with Java, so that you can use it with multiple operating systems, with Mac, with Windows, with Unix, with Linux, so that it makes your test cases platform independent as well. Fine. And in case you have got compilation errors, you will not be able to generate this file. Okay, only when your project is error free this file gets generated. Okay, yeah, Kumar, I think you are asking some question. I'll unmute you. Yeah, you can ask a question if you want. You can even use WebEx chat on the top. Move your mouse to the top. There will be a chat option. If you don't have a microphone, you can ask a question over there. Okay, so right. So now, fine. Okay. So I think he is trying to ask me a question. Right. So now you can ask me a question. GC ready? You can ask me a question. Fine. Right. So I'll move forward. When you ask, I'll answer that. So out here I have a class called sample java.java which I just made, and this is the class file which got generated. Okay. Now suppose if I make another class, say I'll make a new class called sample. The question being asked is, do we get an error if the class name is showing? No, the class name should not be same as the project name. Okay, Kiran, you see, the name of the class out here should be same as the name of the Java file. If I don't do that, I get an error immediately. And Eclipse is a very smart editor. If you move the mouse over the error, it tells you the fixes. Either rename the file to this or rename the type to this. That is, either rename the class or name the file. Okay, name the file should be same as name of the class. Right. So, no, I'm not able to hear you, Gaurav. You can type here. Maybe your microphone issue. Right. Now, again, suppose if I make a new file, test app. Right. In this, I write system.out.println testing. If I run this prints testing, everything is good. And if you look at the class files, again, test app.class is generated. So that means corresponding to every file, a Java file, a class file will be generated. Now the question arises, what if I have got 1000 Java files? Then corresponding to all those 1000 Java files, we will be making one class file. Okay? And what if I have to deliver all the class files to a client? What do? I cannot ask the client to download every class file separately. No, you cannot run it in multiple OS if you write in C#, because C# is not a platform independent language. Okay, fine. Now what do we do if we have got multiple class files? In Java, we put them in a single file called as a jar file, JAR. Okay, we use the concept of jar file. Jar file is nothing but a combination of multiple class files, and we give the class files to the client so that he can execute. If you look at this JRE system library, okay, if we expand this is actually Java which was installed on your machine. Java is nothing but combination of many jar files, right? And if you look at any one of the jar files, for example, if you look at rt.jar, if you expand this, you will see many class files in it. You see how many class files are there in it? Okay, so this is actually Java which is installed on your system. Fine. Now this Java is installed when you download JRE or JDK and all on your system. Okay, so I think everybody is able to hear me. Fine. Now what do you do? What do you do in case of Selenium? In case of Selenium, they also made some code. They also made some Java files in Selenium API. Okay, I'll talk about that, Priya, how to make a jar file. I'll talk about that later on. Right. In Selenium, they made a lot of Java files, lot of libraries and all. Okay, and they put everything in jar files, and they ask us to download Selenium in form of jar files and include them in the project. This is, when you download Java and install it, what happens is that core Java gets installed onto your system. Right? These all jar files are for core Java. These are not for Selenium. You have to download the Selenium jar files separately so that you are able to use the Selenium features, right, and use the Selenium classes. So how do we download that? You just go to seleniumhq.org. Go to this website.